Hello, and you're very welcome to the League All About It show, round number 7. And people always ask, why do you wait a couple of seconds and why you stand there like Stevie Wonder last week with the sunglasses? I'll tell you why, because I have to wait a couple of seconds for it to go live on Instagram, and I'm about to go live on Instagram. And yes, there I am, live on Instagram now, Twitter, and I upload them up to YouTube, but I'm also live on Facebook as well. Thank you very much for tuning in. Coverage brought to you by Specsavers Rod and Campbell's Build and Pave. Go and check them out. I hope the stream is coming in okay. A little bit smooth. Yeah. Okay. I want your comments. Send them in. I want your messages. I want to know what's happening around the county in this beautiful evening. 11 games up for decision. Division 1 games are on tomorrow at 3 o'clock, but I'm going to be doing a little bit of predictions on that. And there's one Division 3B game also that'll be predicting too. And then on top of that, there is just an update on the Division 3B game and the status of a football club in the county. So, right, 11 games. I'll do the usual. I will give you all the results. Then we'll get into the game. Then we'll do result. I think I have result of the night already picked out. Sorry, I have it out there. And then on top of that, I'm going to be hitting you with the leagues, see how they're going to go, and then we finish up with a few predictions ahead of tomorrow. Division 2, Kilkerley Emmets 11 points to Bannon Parnell's 1-7, so win there for Kilkerley at home. Clans travelled to Tullyallen and defeated Glen Emmets 3-7 to 12 points. Hunterstown Rovers 3-5 to Joes 1-8. I'll tell you who got all the scores and the goals in that top of the table clash in Division 2. The Ratleys 16 points, Lanlear 1-9, a big win for the Ratleys in Dunleer. And then the Gales 2-10, the Kevins 1-8. And a draw, would you believe it? The Brides have drew with Ireland's 1-11 to 14 points. Waiting on the Brides goal score. If you have it, fire me into me comments or WhatsApp or DMs or whatever. Just get it into me, please. I'm waiting on the Kevin's goal score too, actually. Division 3A, Clyde 1-7, the Piercy 10 points. Plunkets 1-11, the Mitchells 1-6. So a win away from home for the Plunkets, and the O'Connells had a big win away in John Markey Park against Finbar, 18 points to 5. Waiting on the O'Connell scores. Do send them in, and the Finbar scores also. Division 3B result tonight was the Tones 3-8, the Knicks 1-9 in a clash of Drogheda. And then the Westerns last night defeated Cuchulainn Gales 2-13 to 1-6. I'll talk about that game very, very soon. I just want to touch on, I'll begin with Dowdall's Hill and Annamin and Rovers. That game was not played tonight. It wasn't a case of, it wasn't nearly even postponed. Possible talk of a walkover. It's the first walkover given by Dowdall's Hill, by their adult team in 20 years. And it's just the way the land at the moment, and there was a meeting during the week, and just to confirm that there's 3 options, 3 or 4 options actually. One is amalgamate with another team in Dundalk, more than likely in the Piercy. The second option they've discussed in Dowdall's Hill is to go into the reserve league and carry on in the second tier championships. And then on top of that, is that the second options? Yeah, like similar to what Annamin did actually. They went down 10 years ago and they came back to better for it. And then maybe I think there's another option, depending on the county board's approval, that can apply for loan players from bigger clubs, for lads that aren't playing football, that would like to play football, and maybe dig Dowdall's Hill out of a hole. And then what is the other one? The other one is probably not an option, not even going to be on the table, is to pack up. That is not going to happen, according to spokespeople out in Dowdall's Hill. So disappointing, but that's why that game is in grey, and that's why that game did not happen. So let's give them all our support. And Dowdall's Hill not to fold and not to be in trouble, but they are in trouble by the looks of things. It's not easy going out every week and getting defeated and knowing you're going to get pasted. So it's very hard for them to take, and hopefully they will be the better for it. Right, let's move on. Let's have a look at their results. And hang on, just Let me check my phone. The computer's gone a little bit slow. I just want to check. Yeah, so we'll go back to the top of the table clash, and a really really good game, a very interesting game in I suppose you could say in Hunterstown with the big win for Hunterstown to go top of the table. We talk about the tables very shortly, but them goals in the first half. They got 3 goals in the first half. 3-1 to 1-7. It was a draw match at half time. Once maybe 1-7. I think that might be slightly off. But Dean Burns gets the first goal. Ryan Ward continues on his good form. He gets his second goal. And the third goal, hang on, it's going up here, is sorry, it's just the computer's gone a little bit slow. Maybe we'll continue on. Yeah, the third goal was Patrick Taff. No wonder I couldn't remember it. So it's 3-1 to 1-7. Size level at half time. That's what I was trying to figure out. Such low scoring game in the second half. Hunterstown had 2 men sent off. Joes had 1 man sent off, but they outscored the Joes in that second half 4 points to 1 to win 3-5 to 1. That's a massive win for Hunterstown. They're out on top now with that big win. And yeah, congratulations to them. Kilkerley Emmets, I presume Tig McEnany was in top form again. Harry Butley got 3 points and Sean Reynolds got a goal in vain in that 1 point loss. I think it's 2 point loss. 11 points to 1-6 actually is then corrected on that scoreline. So another big win for Kilkerley. Seems to be getting bodies back together. The big win during the week against the Docking Islanders, and they've pushed on 2 big wins in a week to push them right up there in the final run in before the split of this Division 2 league. The Clans, big win away from home. Caught a bit of this actually. Ian O'Reilly got a goalkeeper for Glen Emmets come up and stroked a point. Looked to be a bit of a comeback on. But Liam O'Hanlon's first half penalty pushed the Clans into the ascendancy. Then Seamus Coleman or Shea Coleman and Farouk Ibrahim got 2 goals. Goal against the run of the play with Glen Emmets pressing Farouk counterattacks and finishes off the job to get the Clans to bounce back after a loss during the week. The Rattleys also bounced another big win. An early goal from Darren Malone. He got a goal in the 11th minute. But 8 points from Ben Rogue tonight back into serious form. That's a really good score. And that's another win. That's 2 wins and lifts them off the bottom. Who's at the bottom now after tonight? It's the Kevins because they were defeated again this week by Dundalk Gales, who bounced back after being defeated by Phillipstown's neighbours, Lanlear. 2 goals from Liam O'Connor, one the first half, one at the start of the second half. Pushed them on, and that was a good win. That's a really good win. And the Islanders bounced back from their loss during the week with a late Keenan Donoghue point to level the game, although they did lead by 2 points going into the final 10 minutes. But the Brides done well to get back in front. Nearly got to win, but no, they drew. And do you know how many times they've drawn now this season? That's their 4th draw of the year in Division 2. That's some consistency there from the Brides. They're neither winning nor losing, so they might have to tweak something to go forward and progress up. So a repeat round of fixtures in Division 3A. It was mad. I was looking back. That's a repeat fixture. So from Division 2, round 2 that was played tonight to round 7, repeat fixture list, and all the same result bar one. Glyde drew with the Mannies. Leeborn drew in the Piercy Blackrock. Leeborn with the goal. And the Piercy had, let me see this other scores here. It was a 1 point game the other night. It was 10 points to 1-6. So the level, it shows the improvement from the Piercy Blackrock. Who got the score? Jamie Feely, young Jamie Feely got 3 points. Robbie Murphy with 2. Mark O'Hare with 2. Kieran Murphy with 2. And Tommy Muckian with 1. And Stato Henry reporting from Figueroa with the report there. So, talk about putting in the effort and getting the job done. Even Billy Smith was tuning in, I think, on his honeymoon from Bali as he seen the Clans get a win. And Dundalk get a late win last night over Shamrock Grove. So it's all happening. See, people need to be informed. The Plunkets don't need to be informed. I think Mickey Mathis is away on holidays as well. 1-11 to 1-6. Another win for the Plunkets over the Mitchells. Christian Nolan with a goal that kind of pushed him into the ascendancy, give him a good, strong, healthy lead going down the final stretch. And a late John Gallagher goal tried to make things a little bit interesting, but the Plunkets were very much in control, as well as the O'Connells still waiting on their scores. If we have them, fire them in. But I presume it's the likes of Robbie Quigley hitting high targets with a high score line of 18 points away from home in John Markey Park. The Westerns, so they had a win last night in Division 3B. I'm going to get to the tables very shortly, but James Maguire hit 1-8 on his return to club action, and then Killian Crosby gets the other goal as well. Cuchulainn Gales goal scorer was Philly McGovern, but they were down a lot. The McCabe's weren't playing, a couple of lads back from injury. So it's a tough loss for Cuchulainn on young side. Still waiting on the Tones goal scorers. If you have them, send them in. Fionn Maher got the goal for the Knicks in the second half as they trailed 1-4 at half time. But a couple of goals after half time for the Tones did the trick and punished the Knicks. That's the second loss in a week. So their promotion charge hasn't been halted, but it's certainly been jolted. We knew the Tones was coming. Their trajectory of form and fitness under John Garvey was going in the upward trajectory, and a pair it on, and the Tones get a win. So that's a welcome win. I'm going to nail it there now. That is the win of the night. The Tones getting a win over draw their rivals, and they'll be playing each other in the championship. Don't forget, but yeah, big win for the Tones. And I've already summed up the Dale Hill situation, why that game versus Annamen Rovers wasn't on tonight. Right, let's look at the table. The tables don't lie. And we'll see now that hopefully this will load up for me. Yes, it has. And that puts the O'Connells in fairly commanding position, but the Plunkets have opened the gap further with the John Mitchells there, who lie third, 4 points off pace and 6 off top as well. And the Piercy lift themselves off bottom to leapfrog Naomh and Barra, and Glide are stuck in the middle. And let's move on. The Westerns, they have opened a bit of a gap now on the Knicks. They've caught up with the Knicks and surpassed them. And Annamen Rovers and Dale Hill are down the two bottom sides, and the Tones are now pushing up to, there's 3 teams now, 6 points, the Seans, Cuchulainn Gales, with the Seans to play the Malachis tomorrow night. And I'll go into Division 1. I'll go to Division 1 League, and then I'll do the predictions for tomorrow. So the O'Ratleys, like I said, have leapfrog with a win with the Gales tonight to both go to 4 points, along with Lanlear to push the Kevins down to the bottom. The Bannon are going right down to be leapfrogged as well by a couple of teams, along with Glen Emmis. Their early wins, their bright start has been caught up with them. As Kilkerley have got Moultron now. That's another big win. They're on to 11 points. Hunterstown are on top, but the Joes have just slipped up with that top of the table clash. And still in touch is the Dockingard. That's going to be a cracking top 6. And then the Brides, like, really good record, but you can see that the score difference is -2. It just shows they're for and against is very much equal because they're drawing those games. But they're still on 7 points, and who would put it past them to go with a winning halt right in the finish to get up and push themselves into promotion back up to Division 1 football. Right, I'll go into Division 1. Right, so the Blues, the Mocktas, top 3 with the Pats. Cooling the Geraldines, middle of the table. Mattock in search of a big win there and bottom on 2 points. Dreadnoughts on 3, and then the Feckins Roach are on 4 points. Then the bottom half as well. So the way the fixtures are fanning out is you have the Mocks taking on, and it looks to be a depleted Jock side, and I think the Mocktas will get back to winning ways in that one. You'd be foolish not to think. And then the Geraldines, very, very hard team to beat. And the Blues also back to winning ways with a win over Mattock during the week. I think they'll punish the Geraldines and cement themselves up the top, keeping the neck-and-neck pace with the Mocktas. Mattock go home as well. Will I go for another third home win? I think I will, against the Pats. And the Feckins and Ardee. I see the Feckins turning over Ardee at home as well. So it's 4 home wins I've gone for. Cooley travel a short wee distance down the road to take on the Matinees, and I think Cooley get a win. They'll be buoyed by that massive win over the Blues last week. I think they'll get the win over the Shawnee Matinees. And Roach defeated, I think, during the week. They should bounce back at home on Monday night to defeat the Dreadnoughts. The Shawns and the Malachis. Let me see. I think I'm going to go with a Shawns win. push them right up there, right up the top of Division 3B, especially with the Knicks slipping up and the West is just pushing on ahead of them. Have you any more messages for me? Any more comments? Do you have the scores? I'd be very, very happy if you give me those goal scores just before the end of the show. Is there any there for me? No. Okay, so I've given you the fixtures, I've given you the results. Massive week ahead of us. We seen Monaghan get their bums handed them by Kerry. We play Mead this Sunday. I will have Bernard Flynn is going to join me and preview that Mead game. And then I'll be picking my team. You'll have that early on Monday morning. And then what else? Oh yeah, I'll be reacting to the Mead team and the Loud team named by O'Rourke and J.R. Brennan. So plenty to get up for. This was the League All About It Show round number 7, brought to you by Campbell's Build and Pave. Specsavers Drogheda have been excellent sponsors of the podcast this week, and every week of the year as main sponsors to Loud and Proud. So that's it. Massive wins across the county on a wonderful Saturday night's football action. Wins for Kilkerley, Clans, Hunterstown, O'Rahilly, Scales, Plunkett's, O'Connell's, Westerns and Tones, and a draw for the Brides again against the Islanders, Glide and the Piercy. That's a massive draw in that game. And 7 games to take place, 6 games on tomorrow, and that Roach versus Dowdall draw double Dreadnoughts on Monday night. Best of luck to Dowdall's Hill and all out there in St. Bridget's Park. Hopefully this rocky patch will be smoothed over for the long-term good of the club. That's it. Thanks again for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to Campbell's Build and Pave and Specsavers Drogheda for the kind sponsorship of the League All About It Show round number 7. Good luck, bye-bye, and thanks for tuning in. And sign up, patreon.com/Loud and Proud for a massive week. Loud and Mead, bring it on. Come on, Loud.